Mr. Young Trader, it is Friday morning, TGIF. Okay, so what we got here on the futures, looks like the NASDAQ is up about 160. We're going to see how it holds all day here today. Now remember, this is Friday, okay, so, don't take any kind of unnecessary risk here. There's going to be a lot of news probably coming out over the weekend, and, I'm saying live to trade another day kind of a situation. Okay, so for today, we're going to take a look here at Bitcoin, crude oil, and here at natty gas. This video is for information purpose only, not a recommendation to buy any stock commodity ETF. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have Bitcoin. Actually looking pretty nice here right now. Let me see if I can get it bigger up here a little bit for you. There we go. Okay, so you can see here what we had is we had this candle came all the way down. We put in a higher low here. So we had this nice double bottom situation with a higher low, okay? But rallied up here. This is that big day of the announcement that they're going to delay the old tariffs for 90 days. Went right into the 20 day, stopped it dead. Now, you look at yesterday, okay? What are we trading? This is why you trade the charts, right between the 200-day and the 21-day, okay? Boom, just right there. Now, today, we have what they call an inside day. Your high and low so far is inside of the previous days. Now, what we're looking for on the downside here, always want to look at that 8-day, okay? That's at 81,926. You want to hold that, okay? Now, if that's lost here, we'll come to the top of this candle here at 81,100 level. But basically what we're looking for here is this 200-day at 78,881, okay? So we're just trading this range here right now, okay? Now, if we can get above, go higher, well, we're looking here at that 83,951 level. That 21 day is going to be very, very crucial. If we can get above that, then we'll come right to the top here, this candle. Looking at 85.60 level, we'll come up here. You're looking at 955 level here. And then we can do is we'll come up to the top of this candle here, 87,785, and we'll come up here at 88.50. And then what your big target is going to be right here. Is going to be this 50-day at 88,661. And then we have that retest at 89.20, which is basically just the top of this candle. But the 50-day is going to be very, very crucial if, again, big if here, if you can close above this 21-day, that is going to be your target. Now, you can see where the price channels here were leveled off, so we're trading in this range kind of a situation. But right now, for today, we're just trading here between the 200-day and we're trading here between the 21-day, okay? See how we have that? Now, if, okay, we lose that 200-day at that 78,881 level, then what we do is we're going to come right down here to looking at the bottom of this candle here. You're looking at 76,390, and then we have your retest there at 74,635 level, okay? So there is going to be a lot of support here, but you look at the bottom of this candle here also, 76,735 level. But again, once you crack that, you're usually going to be going right down to the bottom there and retesting that 74,635 level. Now, we're holding this level right here. This is what we're looking for, 74,485. So we've been holding that very, very nicely. The reason I always say that, that's why I use these price channels, because and once you put in a high, it comes right on down, and then you break out of that, that becomes nice, good support if it sells down like what we're doing here. But right now, we just have this sideways action here. We're just trading here right between this, right there, that 200-day and that 21-day. Okay, so let's just see how this all shakes out. Now, this could go sideways for a while here. Let's just see. But it looks like Bitcoin is kind of holding in there pretty good compared to like what the rest of the market was doing. Okay, now look at the RSI. We had this nice positive divergence. See where we had this low oversold? Made a lower low and we put in a higher low here. Okay, nice positive divergence there on the RSI here. So don't get too negative unless we lose this 200-day and then that price channel at 74,635 level. That's going to be the key. But again, today, watch that 8-day, watch that 21-day. Easy way to trade this, IBIT for the long, BITI for the short, working out very, very nicely. Okay, so I'm in the long right now because we've held this 200 SMA very, very nicely, and that's what we're looking for. So let's just see if we can crack above it. Now, if we can get above this 21-day, then and close above that, then I would add to my position because I know your target's going to be that 50-day. We lose this at 200-day, well, then we'd be looking to probably go short ski, or maybe even today, we don't know yet because we're just trading this tight range. Now, eventually, as that 200-day is moving up here, and that 8-day, 21-day moving sideways, something will give. It's either going to crack up or crack on a down situation. Okay, let's take a look here now at crude oil and natural gas. Okay. Okay, here we have crude oil and natural gas daily chart. Now, the rig count will be out today at 1 p.m. It's not a market mover, but you always want to stay in touch with all the news. Okay, so here we have the old crude. Uh, we had this nice good rally up here, all the way to 55, 21.12 on the bottom. It rallied up here nice here. That was when the T-Man came out. Yesterday, well, we had a little bit higher high, but then she rolled all on down here. But you notice that it held the top portion of that candle. That's always good. Now, today we have this inside day, but look at this 8-day, okay? See how that 8-day is rolling over? This is going to provide very, very strong resistant level, okay? All you got to do is look in the past here what it did, okay? Very, very strong until we can get back above it, okay? So right now here, what we're looking on the upside is looking at today's high, okay, 61.11. Then we're looking at the top of this candle right here. You're looking at 61.75 level. And then we're going to be looking right here at that 62.81. That's going to be very, very key resistant levels. Now, if you can get above that, well, then we look to yesterday's high, 63.34. We'll come up top of this candle here. You're looking at 63.90. And then we're going to be looking at the bottom of this candle, that 65.22 level, okay? Because that was where we had that nice double bottom that she ran up. That's going to become resistance. And then we come up to the 21-day, very, very clear. And then we had the 50-day, the 100-day, and the 200-day. But it's going to take a hell of a catalyst, you know, to get above this 8 SMA here to go higher, okay? So on the downside, we watch today's low. Okay, 59.43, and then we look to yesterday's low. That's going to be key, 58.76, and then we'll come right down to the bottom of this candle here at 57.88, and then we have your retest at 55.12 level. Okay, so now RSI, it got to an oversold condition. It popped up, but now we're sitting here. This is not overbought or oversold. The green is bloody red. That shows momentum there to the pretty much to the downside, which basically we have. So key levels here. Just watch this 8-day on the top, 62.80, very, very key. And then watch yesterday's low. We lose yesterday's low, we got a good shot at retesting that 55.12. Okay. Upside, that 8-day is absolutely everything. We crack above it, we got a good shot at the 21-day, but you got to get above that 8-day as that comes down, big time resistance. Okay, here we have natural gas. Well, natural gas here, well, you can see here where the 21 days rolling over. I told you out yesterday that you're going to be right about towards that 50 days, and then look where we are, right there, okay, 3.89. Now, your 8-day crossed over your 50-day. Now it's looking to cross over the 100-day to push that price on down. So let's look at the downside here first. We're looking at yesterday's low, okay, 3.46, okay, and then we're going to come right down here to this 3.33 level. Now, if that is lost here, we come right here to the bottom of this candle, okay, 3.29. And then here's what you're looking for is this 3.16. There's your gap, and then there's your fill at 311. So this will provide very good support levels here. And if that doesn't hold, then we come right down to 304, your 200-day simple moving average. Now, upside, well, what we're doing is we're looking at here at the bottom of this candle here. You're looking at 360, and then you're going to run right into strong resistance. 369 is your 100-day. Then we have your 8-day right above that at 3.72, and then 389 is your 21-day and your 50-day, okay? So we had this double top, so always look for these patterns, okay? If you're trading charts, okay, look for that double top situation. Never could put in a higher low, lower high, I should say, and then we just came right on down here. Now we're going to trade sideways. So when we're below that 8-day, it's sideways to down action, okay? Same way with crude, sideways to down action, unless we can get back above that 8 simple moving average. So we have very, very similar charts going on here, okay? And then just remember, for crude oil, it's not just the tariff situation, but it's also OPEC is going to be adding a lot of crude here come May, okay, onto the market. So that's all those volunteer cuts. They're going to start putting that back onto the market. Natural gas, I think, has a good shot, but just the seasonality is not in play for it, right, for natural gas right now because of the time of the year. Okay, but if we get a hot summer, you combine that with LNG here, we could have a pretty good run rate back up here again, but just be a little bit patient with this, okay? So now, 39, we're not overbought or oversold. Green below your red doesn't show anything here of anything positive. You're going to need a catalyst here to crack above that 100-day, but more important, that 8-day. Okay, that's what I got for you. Now we'll be back here midday trading, and we will take a look here at Bitcoin, crude oil, natural gas. Looks like the market might want to go a little higher today, but a lot of times when it opens up strong, you could have a selling by the end of the day. We don't know how the traders want to go and position themselves over the weekend. Okay, so just remember that there. You make profits, put them in your pocket. Trade what's in front of you, not what you want.